Mr. Indecisive Intro back again. Told you I wasn't going anywhere, and that was a lie because we are leaving the frozen tundra, and when we get back, I'm gonna build a slime farm. And should we set up some kind of Enderman farm here? I mean, this has to be the most of that mob, right? Enderman, Endermans, Enders I've ever seen. Passing by a little nostalgia here. A small throwback to our cow smuggling days. Boy, those cows were putrid. I think we're gonna have to roll around in a few flowers just to get the stench off. Ah, that's better, and happy we did it. Just check it out. We have stumbled upon some beehives. And we have flowers. So we can entice them, convince them to become our friend, and trick them into living in a snowy tundra and harvest their vomit for, I don't know, but that's what Minecraft YouTubers do. So that's what we're gonna do. And here we have the Minecraft bee in its natural habitat, coming in, sniffing the flower, smelling it. It's sweet, mate. Yes. Take it. Take it. Oh, yeah. There's one. And then this guy creeps up. Wait, you hear that? One just popped in to the left. Oh, but I don't want to lose this one. Oh, 2, 3. Oh, we are just getting... Bam. Some bees. Oh, yeah. Woo! Did you even know that was a thing? I had no idea that was a thing. Well, that's one more achievement to cross off for Season 1. Let's grab a few more double high flowers for our nectar drinking buddies. And save a few beautiful white horses from that raging fire that's gonna rip through that one tree. Okay, so maybe this one would have went out on its own, but I felt happy feeling like I saved somebody, okay? I saved him. It was me. And as the sun sets over the hillside village, only the most professional of Minecraft YouTubers spam click their bed so that they don't have to see mobs as they wear full protection netherite armor. There, now it's nighttime. Press it now. Sleep, you fool. What are you? Okay, there we go. I slept. I think I was clearly doing something IRL at this moment. But why keep this nonsense in the video? Why show this useless scene? Do you really want to know? I'll show you. Check it out. Alright, so I'm down here, peeking, trying to see if I can find anything good out here beyond the tundra. Right? That's what we're going to call this. This is the far lands beyond the tundra. When I realize that I don't have something. You see what I'm missing? You see what I've forgotten? What I forgot. Your boy is now thousands of blocks away from home. With no bed. But at least we got a bow. We are so geared up. I feel like we're prepared enough for a few mistakes. Wish I would have brought leather boots, but these netherite ones at least have feather falling and protection 4. So I could fall from like 100 blocks. That's cool. No real reason I became insane firefighter, but here I am again, preserving nature and stopping natural fires. But natural or not, something's got to be done. Only you can prevent Minecraft fires. It's true what they say, not all heroes wear capes, because some of us haven't slain the dragon yet. Oh, no, why did I look at him? What, no, run. Run, there's water right over there, we're good. Check it out. You wanna see how you handle Enderman? You do this. Ha! What are you gonna do now? You're gonna be taken care of, eradicated. And thank you for the pearl. Next time we're in that situation, we just won't look at them. But let's fast forward these guys, because I got a story to tell, man. Look at this chicken. He's on a chicken. He would have been so much faster without the chicken. Baby zombie's already just can't swim. I guess now he can at least float to me. But chicken swims way too slow. You're stuck there. And I fed your chicken. Boss move. Boss moves aside. There goes another too high flower. So that's 3 out of the floor. The floor. 3 out of the 4. All we need now is the sunflower. Too high flowers are important in Minecraft because you can use bone meal on them to have an infinite amount, which is great for dye, or I guess just flowering things to make them pretty. But I am sick of these useless golden carrots. We need some mutton. We need 1 piece of cooked mutton for no reason, and 5 uncooked ones. Yeah, not really. We needed the bed. Cause I forgot the last bed. And I'm not gonna do that again. At least I hope. It was at this time that I got very excited. I had already given up on my journey to find what I was actually looking for. About an hour prior, I turned around and we headed back home. But bam! We found it anyway. We found it on the way back. The azalea tree. And it's getting dark. So first we sleep. There is no way I was going to let some green splody boy creep by and take away this beautiful tree. I just love it. Those flowered leaves and that down there. You see it? This special little piece of dirt. That's not regular dirt. That's rooted dirt. And rooted dirt leads to here. And this is what the real journey was all about. Finding a lush cave. Oh, look at those glow squid. Beautiful. Make sure we get coordinates just in case. Lush caves have a bunch of really cool features, including some stuff that's alright, I guess. There's clay, in case you want to collect a bunch of clay. Also, drip leaves, big and small. There's the glowberry vines that hang from above. There's moss carpets. There's actual moss. Probably a few other things I'm missing. Oh, the azalea bushes. And of course it's a cave, so you're gonna run into some mobs. Ooh, that was close. Almost took out the friend there. Haha, but we didn't. And now we get to take her home with us. Luckily, I was already on my way back home anyway, because otherwise that would have been a long trek. And instead of a long trek, I think it was probably about 10 minutes of just running and hopping while holding these berries in the offhand, just in case it became dark, because we're using Optifine and they are a light source. So check it out. We've got the top half here of this chest. That will be for a farm that we will be building next episode. And the bottom half of that chest is all of the loot that we got from that little 3-hour journey. I'd say it was a great success. And now we can move on to the more exciting part. Actually, it's more exciting to me because we're gonna have an infinite supply of slime. It's probably less exciting for the video because how do you make an interesting slime farm video? Tell me, how would you do it? I'll show you how I'm gonna do it, or at least try to do it. I'm gonna hold uncomfortably long eye contact and explain how to use chunkbase.com. Chunkbase is a website that I use when I'm trying to find things like a slime chunk. A slime chunk is a 16 by 16 chunk within a world, and there are tons of them, but you don't know where they are, or which ones they are, I should say, unless you stand around and wait for slime to spawn and get lucky, or you use something like Chunkbase that will help guide you in finding it. Here, I cleared one out, just 3 high, because 3 high is big enough for a large slime to spawn if a large slime does spawn. And if you stand back far enough and just wait, something should appear there that's green and hops around and is a slime. Now I should point out, you have to make sure that you have the seed correct. I have once before cleared out an entire slime chunk that I thought was a slime chunk, only to find out that I was totally wrong and I had Java selected, but I was playing on Bedrock at the time. You don't want to do that. Follow my little instructions here. Make a 3x3 one, stand away, make sure you see slime like I did there, and then you can dig the rest out. This instance was a little weird because it was a little bit less digging and a lot more block placing. Of course, every Minecraft world is going to be different, so you'll probably run into this sometimes too. The way that I went up and down this thing was just by building a little ladder tunnel here off to the side. We build the walls up to Y level 43, 44, somewhere around there. The last floor platform that the slimes are going to be able to spawn on would be Y39. As long as you get that part down and then you think you got 3 high gaps so that the big ones can spawn in, then eventually it'll all be done. You can do some magic, spin around, and your entire farm will be built just like me. Really, I don't know why people don't try the magic spinny thing more often. I mean, why are they building so much? You're also gonna need a ton of iron. A ton of iron and some pumpkins. So it's a good thing that we made that auto pumpkin farm right next to our iron farm. That almost seems intentional now, doesn't it? But intentions aside, bottom line is you're gonna need golems to finish your slime farm. And getting those golems can be done with an iron farm or just by mining a ton of iron. Maybe you get lucky and find one of those mythical veins I've heard of. Or maybe you can use some of the slime balls that you will get from finding a slime chunk, craft up some leads, and drag those giant iron golems until you have enough. Next, we want to pick any direction and make a 3x3 drop chute where the slimes will dive at the iron golems and ultimately totally miss every jump and fall down the chute. I don't know why, but the big jumpy mobs really hate iron golems. We used the same tactic on our last farm, the gold farm, as a way to make it so that if magma cubes spawn up, they jump after the golems as well. But you can see here what we're working with. Behind me are the spawning platforms. They're 3 tall and then a floor, and 3 tall and then a floor. In any direction there will be a 3x3 drop chute, and I guess you could, if you really wanted to, put a drop chute on the other side as well, but that was going to take a lot more iron because you'd have to put golems all over that side too. I wasn't spending that much iron. Maybe in the future if I want to, but this thing's going to give me so much more slime than I'm ever going to need. I don't think I'm going to need to make it any more efficient. Even though it's a possibility, just not really my style, you know? And here I have to jump to place this one. It's a little bit of a pain. Well, that was familiar. But with or without making the insane golem, you're going to have to put a whole row of these guys. I think you need at least 7. Could be wrong about that. I didn't exactly count them. No matter. No need to worry. Just build them and box them in. However many you need is how many you're going to use. So build them or drag them, or build them and drag them. But either way, you're going to need to use a bunch of iron, or at least iron resources. We also place one more golem right over here at the end, like the very end, tucked away into the side. You'll be able to see a little better once we back up. I'm almost done with this portion here. But if you're wondering who I followed to do this, like what tutorial I used, this time it was Wattles. And of course, I'll put a link in the description for his original video if you would like to follow through with that. I know I explain things, but like other YouTubers go in step-by-step detail. After checking it out and thinking about it a little more, I decided that I was going to have to put a wall here off to the left. He still has enough space to stand and live comfortably and happy, you know. He's not some kind of, like, golem machine slave or anything. Even though he is. But coming away from that hopper, you can see leading into the chest, we will need a little redstone going on off here, comparator, and then a block. And then behind the block, there's going to be a little redstone torch that you pop right here. And on top of that redstone torch, another block with a repeater coming away from the block towards the comparator again. And then a block at the end. And make sure that your block matches. See, that tuff, that doesn't look right there. So we're going to remove that. Yeah, let's make it match. It would still be functional either way. But yeah, that is how the minecart with hopper will stop and drop off all of its goods. Speaking of dropping, I had to drop that whole little thing that we just built down 1 or 2 blocks because it was not at the right level. But now it is. Even though I shouldn't have put this there. There has to be redstone blocks here, or some kind of power here. I chose to use redstone blocks. Mainly just because I don't know redstone very well, and that's how it was done in the tutorial I watched. Okay? Maybe you should do it that way too. Unless you know more redstone than I do, in which case, hey man, good for you. And then unpowered rails go through here and over here, and plus that one, right, from there. That's a powered rail there. That should be it as far as the hopper minecart being able to move around on this thing now. It's powered all the way through, and it's running into blocks, so it'll just bounce off and go back and bounce off and go back. unless it has something to drop off, in which case it stops right there, and it'll drop its stuff off until it's done, and then it will restart its course. That's super cool. And you could, if you feel like it, go down even deeper, like through the deep slate. The slime should still spawn down there. Everything would work just fine. I gave up after like 2 layers of that deep slate stuff because it just wasn't worth my time. This thing spawns enough slime, especially for what we're doing. I don't think I'll ever need any more than what it's gonna give us. It'll actually probably still be too much, and that's all good. You can see here I chose to drop it down 1 layer. I guess I didn't have to, but the slime like to try to jump back up and fight that water current. So an easy way to try to mitigate that was just to drop it down 1 so that it was harder for them to get back onto. It seems to work well for me, so if you want to follow that same strategy, it's kind of a winner. You will have slime spawning and trying to jump down here, and it proves that your farm works. It's also a little annoying while you're getting it all done, but once you get it done, it works almost immediately. I think I turn around, bam, look at that. And once that slime is fully deaded, the hopper minecart will do its job and drop off its bits into the chest, and we can come back and pick them up later. Once you're done with that portion, you can do what I do if you want and come back through and replace the torches with actual light blocks, so that way everything is spawnable. Because remember, slime can spawn with a light level, while hostile other mobs cannot. Oh, and look at that! My brother's put a few more heads on his side. I think we're gonna have to die a little more just so we can keep our head count higher than his. And if you made it to the end of the video and you also liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new, consider subscribing. And if you're not subscribed and you're not new, what are you doing, man? Is my content not content-y enough for you?